Good morning all, I hope you're healthy and happy. Well, I've just come to a creek crossing here that I really want to get across. Otherwise I won't be able to sleep well tonight, wondering what all the gold I've missed out on, you know. So anyway, I'll tell you the story here. The unexpected happens. That's why they call it the unexpected, I suppose. I've just spent the last hour filling in this little creek crossing here, which by the way looks pretty good for a detect. Anyway, about half a tonne there gone in, bit of levelling off up here. Use what you got, it's no good complaining about what you haven't got. Nature's provided plenty of nice rocks. And 2 jacks is better than 1. So jackknife the trailer, of course, and lost traction on the rear drive wheel. No diff lock, so it's just a matter of jacking it up. Get some big rocks underneath and then away you go, back out, re-prepare and get through to the gold, I'll give you a ringside seat as I come through, and I will come through. There you go, that should tell the story. Now, of course, you know, low range, lock if you've got it. If you haven't, too bad. Just walk it through. There's no point charging at it like a bull at the gate. As long as you've got traction, you can walk it through. Yes, as the sun sets on another glorious day in the Kimberley. Been prospecting, a new spot now, about 5 minutes. Got a nice noise here, have a listen. Right, it's a bit hard to get to, it's tiny little signal. Have a listen. Hardly even hear it. I'll dig it up and see if it's anything. Get back to you then. Right, I've lobbed off a few centimetres. This is the result. Very nice indeed. Bring you down for a bit of a look here. Nice decomposed shitsy, whatever it is there. I've got little nuggets in that sort of thing before, so here's hoping. Okay, it appears to be out. Let's see if we can grab it in the scoop. We can have a look with it. I can see something nice, the right colour. It's the right colour. There it is. Lovely little nugget. The what, 0.1? There you go, the old 4500's doing its job. Lovely little bit of gold. Start the trip. How great, the sun's going down. I've still got another hour or so. Life is good. Still gets a little patches in between. This sort of thing. Got through that section, that wasn't too bad at all. Alright, I better get back to concentrating at the job at hand. And if you get a nugget in a little creek like this, don't be afraid to back up and reverse from end to end in the opposite direction, because your coil will poke into different little spots that it didn't get on the way down or up, as the case may be. And I've done it a few times and picked up a nugget I've missed, so there you go. Give it a go. One day someone's going to find a skeleton out here, bleached by the sun and tangled up on these bloody fishhook vines. Guess who it'll be? Holy hell. Anyway, might be a bit of gold there, I've got to keep going. Sounds too good to be true. Hot rock, I'd say. The old boot scrape. Well, I must say that sounds decidedly better. I'll set the tripod up, join in. There you go, you can peek over my shoulder. Ringside seats. Let's see what that does. There's not much junk around here, but there is a bit. whatever it is. Guess we're out. I'll just pop you around a little bit there. Yeah. See what we got, eh? I'm leaning towards junk. It just sounds too nice, too good. Unless it's a small one on the surface. Small gold nugget. There it is. Could be a bit of wire, staple, boot nail, but we'll be positive. We'll be positive and call it gold, eh? What's that? Nothing. Alright, let's put ourselves out of the misery, find out what it is, eh? If this is misery, I'll take it all day long. Bring it on. Wonder if I got it out. Probably did. Hiding along these little crevices somewhere. Buried itself down there, which is a good sign. If it's buried itself, then it's heavy. Heavy, you lean towards a bullet or a lovely nugget gleaming in the morning sun. Here we go. See anything? I can maybe see something. No. No. Oh, I think we might be lucky. I think we might be lucky. We have a lovely little nugget gleaming in the morning sun. I'll give him 0.2, maybe 0.3, that one. There he is, in all his glory. Probably about, I don't know, 2 inches, 50 mil down. I'm still battling on with the old 45, and I can't really call it battling on. Coil technology has improved immensely with sensitivity and quietness. I can poke around all the little crevices with that one, 12 by 8. So at the moment, I'm keeping it. I'll call this for gold. I'll be positive. Look at that beautiful decomposed stuff coming up. I'll be sitting in that for sure. Hope I don't curse myself. There you go, getting a bit tight there. We'll check that now. Oh, in my haste I threw it up onto the side wall. There it is. There it is. Amateur hour. Oh, it's the camera. Okay, it's still in the scoop. I'll just have to get it out and show you. Well, it's about 15 minutes later. I almost walked away twice. But I'm glad I didn't, because look what popped up. I've been chasing that around from pillar to post. I thought a bit of iron for sure, but it's a very, very thin bit of lovely flaky gold. You've just got to put it out, put it to rest, find out for sure, otherwise you'll be wondering at night time. Look at that, lovely. Right folks, start of another lovely day. Another day, another nugget, hopefully. Just working down this little gully here. I just poked the detector over here, thinking I had a bit of grass tickling the cord. Gives you a bit of a noise, but there's a very faint signal there. I'll give you a listen, but this, you'll have to listen over the interference from this little speaker, which is almost impossible, isn't it? Anyway, little signal there, take my word for it. I'll give it a scrape, see what happens. I've just done a few boot scrapes there, signal's increased. I'll try and do a live dig. On that shaley stuff you often get a flat nugget, but this one sounds, could be anything, could be a bit of rubbish. Getting down in the chunky stuff now. More compacted stuff. If it's a bigger nugget, yep, that's likely where it'll be sitting. Wow, still in there, obviously. I didn't have to tell you that, did I? Turn that bloody thing off in between. It's still in there. This is good news. This is very good news. It just went up to 95% gold. Unless someone stood there with a 22 and shot it straight in the ground in the old days. Now I'm not going to make any predictions this time about it being out of the ground. But it is. It is. I remember yesterday afternoon I made bold predictions. Ended up being a little bit of pellet lead shot. I'll buy a lottery ticket. First scoop. That was my ring. What size prediction have you got on this one? I'll go 0.3, 0.4. gold. Only, or it might be 0.3. Lovely. What a beautiful sight. Lovely bit of gold. There you go. That's pretty deep down there. I'd give it what, 100 mil easy. Good pickup on the old 45. You've got to work very slowly. That's what I've come to learn. I used to go over these places far too quick. Gold! I've never found anything in those deep gullies like that. I'll bypass that. There we go. Now we can start again. Usual story, almost back to the car, and then this happens. Just after a little drop off there. Likely spot for you know what. I won't mention it until it's in the scoop. Right, we're in the scoop. Probably about 50 mil down, 2 inches. We're in the scoop. I saw a little something, I'll just show you here. You might pick it up there in a minute. Beautiful little bit of gold. We'll get rid of the shrapnel. There's a lovely piece of gold. You beauty. At 0.2 easy, maybe 0.3. You ripper. Now there's another bit of good news here, I'll just show you. So the other good news I mentioned is I had it out and then this happened. Now what are the chances? If one's gold, what was worrying me at first was I've got a couple of bits of tin, rusty tin, you know, more than one signal. But look at that. I'll set you up. You got to join me on this one. Just pardon the noise interference. It's unavoidable, unfortunately. There we go. Right, what do we got? I'm not seeing any yellow. Oh, wait a minute. Little bit of yellow, just there. I thought it was a bit of wire. Look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful long piece. Wow. Beautiful long piece. Very attractive gold. All gold's attractive, of course. Just some are a little bit prettier. Just make sure I captured that for you. Look at that, beautiful gold. Two in the same hole. I am ecstatic. That gives you a little bit of energy to carry on. Another one from the same hole, amazing. This spot doesn't want me to leave. It was all packed up, ready to go. And of course you check your hole, don't you? There's something there. Definitely. Stand by, hopefully, for number 3. What I'm hoping is number 3 just come out of that hole. Gone down about 4 inches now. It's been there a long time. So this all tells me a few things. There's no rubbish, or I haven't got any so far. And it certainly hasn't been well gone over, if at all. That's the beauty about these remote and difficult locations. So it's supposedly just in the front here somewhere. We shall see. It's pretty noisy. Should stand out alright. I'm going to go all out 100% on this one. 2 nuggets above it. 100% gold. I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I think that'd be a fair bit. A bet that would pay off, perhaps. Definitely. Right, here we go. Just because I got the bloody camera out. Right in front of me there. I'm just about kneeling on the poor thing. Don't you slide back in the hole now, just because I've found you. Plain hard to get, eh? I'm starting to wonder now, have I actually got it out? Alright, this is all too hard. I'll show you when it's in the shovel. Sorry, I lost some footage there. I thought I was recording. We're on the We're on the coil. There we are, I think. No. What? Must be small. Have I got it? This is insane. There it is. There it is. Yeah, that'd be one of my smallest ones for the trip. But I don't want to throw it away. Damn it. There it is. Okay, I chased that slippery little sucker around for about 5 minutes. He went straight into the bottle once I got him back. And the story just gets better. I was about to leave again, and there's number 4. It's in the stuff I threw up from sorting for the other one. So I'll be honest folks, I'm in drastic need of morning tea. So I'm going to go back for a coffee, rehydrate. This isn't going to go anywhere. I haven't seen another human in 10 days. So I feel safe to leave it, but I wouldn't always do that. Of course, I've got extra water with me and all that. But you know, it gets to a point where there's just no rush, is there? Some of that's been there for maybe thousands of years in that spot. It's amazing, really. Never fails to amaze me, this prospecting gig. So with that said, it's onwards, back to camp. Well, back to where I parked the car anyway. And we'll go from there. Well, good morning viewers. It's Monday morning, start of another working week. Time to get the old pick and shovel out and go to work, such as it is. Digging nuggets. I'll just give you a little look at the view out the back of the trailer there. This is what I've got to put up with. Beautiful. And out this window you might pick up the moon up there setting in the west. There we go. So, another working week. Hey, better get my lazy bones out of the sack and get into it. Yeah. So when I left you yesterday, I went back for lunch, and I thought, it's about 12 o'clock. I'll have a run into town. I had to restock on fuel, water and some grub, and so I left those nuggets in the ground, or what I'm assuming is nuggets. I think there's another one, and further up the track there may be another one. So that's my first job of the week, and not a bad job to look forward to, is it? So anyway, better get my old bones up, heat up some porridge. but it's nice just wallowing in here just for a little while longer. I might just wallow in here and enjoy that beautiful sunrise. Birdies waking up, everything's beautiful. Life is good. Right, so we're approaching the target area that we dug last night. The 3 nuggets, maybe another one there. And on the way back home, or back to camp, I come across one here, or a signal that I earmarked on the GPS. Now, and today I was coming down this way, downstream, and I didn't pick it up. I had to check my GPS and yep, it's there. But it goes to show you, if you work a creek both ways, you'll pick up signal. It's only a faint signal, but you know, there might be a nugget that would have been missed. So that's the importance of it. Alright, now you just have to listen above the noise here of the interference. So yeah, there's definite faint signal. I'll get it in the scoop, I think. Give you a look if it's anything. Okay, we are in the scoop. Got to be gold. Look, I went down almost 3 inches, looks like, into that shale. Let's have a look in the light of day here. Oh yeah. There he is. There it is. A bit of sunlight there. There it is. Well, there you go. Here's one I would have missed. I could have easily missed going both ways. So I've got to say I'm very happy with the 45 and the 12x8 coil. I think a 6000 would pick up more for sure. Smaller ones and maybe deeper ones, I don't know, but certainly smaller ones. But gee, that's a lovely little nugget that's been liberated from its resting place. It's entombed. It was entombed down there. We have liberated it. On to the last night's one. That's the hole that the 3 nuggets came out of last night, or yesterday, sorry, yesterday morning before lunchtime. And I was throwing stuff up here, and I carefully checked, of course, yesterday, and there was a signal. But look at it, tiny little thing. But who's complaining? It's gold. Tiny little. It'd be lucky to make 0.1. I'll just get him out of the scoop. Oh damn it. Right, I got that little troublemaker back in the jar. Now I'm checking the heap again, and I'm getting the faintest signal I think I've ever got. Just over here. So I'm going to dig that out. I won't muck around, I'll just wait till it's in the scoop and show you whatever it is. Wow, I'd never have heard that going over it, even slowly. It's only because I'm checking very carefully. Maybe there's a moral to the story. There you go. Let's have a look now. Just a quick update. There's the original hole for reference, and the new target. I'm down about 4 inches, and it's out now in that side pile. See what's happening here. This whole exposed bedrock there, I might have to come back with the big guns and dig the whole lot. If they're down that deep, there could be more. Right, this is the bit, I think it's number 5. I threw up the top of the hill here excavating, and I had to use a pinpointer. I couldn't pick it up with I picked it up but I couldn't find it with the coil, so there we go. Whoop. So let's not give him any chance to get away. I'll use my trusty there it is. Look at the size of it. You can see why I'm using the tweezers. Eh? There it is. Wow. They're quite nuggety looking. They're not flat and squashed, so this whole area could be a trap, it looks like. Wow. Looks like I'm going to be busy for a while in a nice sort of a way. It's actually not a bad little nug. Not that any of them are bad, but you know, it's quite an attractive nugget. You beauty. You guessed it, another signal. I dug through this wall here to make a clearance path for getting rid of some rubbish. And there's another one. Oh, wow. Fortunately, this stuff breaks up pretty easily. I've got a ready-made hole there from where the other nuggets came from. So it looks like there's sort of a bit of a channel going through there. That's where the signal was. Yeah, it breaks away relatively easily. No problems. I'll bring the big mattock down later. Some brakes, brake and mattock, and go to town, so to speak. Went to town yesterday. Nice little break. Isn't it good when you can go to town, come back, and there's no ratters in the dead of night come in and take in your spot. There we go. Try that now. Yeah, I think it's out. No, it's not out. Unless there's more than one. Alright, have to cut to the chase and do some digging. There it is. That's the smallest, well, among the smallest nuggets I've found. It's a chunky little, you know, reefy little bit. I like the looks of it, and I like what it says about where these are washing in from, which we'll have to investigate. Tiny, tiny little thing. Lovely nugget. Very happy with that. Just heard it, just broke the threshold. But it was down pretty deep. Right, well I'll come back to that spot later on, as I said, and do some digging and clearing around the bedrock drop-offs. And I'll just come about 10 metres further down. Have a listen to this. Funny signal. Could be a bit of junk. Just in there, before that bedrock. What the hell? I'll see if the pinpointer picks it up. Got something there. Strange signal. Might be a funny, if it's a nugget, it might be a funny shaped one. It's got a bit of a staple sound about it. Anyway, do a bit of digging there. Yeah, just in the shade there. Yeah, just before that little outcrop there, bedrock. Just dug there, and it's sort of a clay, decomposed stuff. And there's a little pocket there, or a couple of little pockets. So we'll see if it's out, eh? That's got to be rubbish. That's got to be rubbish. I think I'll set up for try and get a live dig on the strength of that signal, and we'll go from there. Wow, this could be something. Sounds like a bullet though. Just take our time, no rush. Could have been there for hundreds of years, maybe more. Yeah, it's just decomposed rock there. Gone into a sort of a clay. The clay that captures the gold, we hope, not the bullet. Okay, might still be in there. Let's see. Oh, she's out. Right. Fingers and toes crossed, eh? It doesn't sound like gold, but that doesn't mean it's not, of course, but it does have a bit of a rubbishy quality about it. I've been lucky, I haven't struck any, very little rubbish. Must have come out pretty quick, so that's leaning towards rubbish. I haven't picked it up yet. No.